Now, our next story is coming from Moscow, where Russia has said it is still open to holding a summit with the United States in Budapest, but only if the meeting is properly prepared and follows the agreements reached during the last talks between U.S. President Donald Trump and Putin during Alaska summit. The statement comes from Foreign Ministry spokesperson Maria Zakharova during her briefing on Friday. Zakharova said Moscow is not shutting the doors on diplomacy. She explained that the communication lines between Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov and U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio remains open and will continue if necessary as a part of preparations for any future meeting.
Regarding contacts between the heads of the Russian and U.S. foreign affairs agencies following the Russian-American summit in Anchorage and the subsequent telephone conversation between Marco Rubio and Sergei Lavrov, there have been no further contacts. The heads of our country's foreign affairs services have reached an understanding on the need for regular communication. This is important for discussing the Ukrainian issue and advancing the bilateral agenda. These contacts will continue, and they will continue whenever necessary. At the same time, we confirm, and Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has also spoken about this in detail, that we remain ready to hold a second Russian-American summit in Budapest.
Now, the two sides had announced plans for a summit in Budapest last month, which was seen as an opportunity to reset strained ties. But soon after, Trump cancelled the meeting, saying he did not want the summit to turn into a waste of time without a clear outcome. Despite that setback, Zakharova said Russia is willing to resume discussions, but only on terms that respect earlier understandings and ensure the meeting is meaningful. At the same briefing, Russia strongly pushed back against comments made by a top German military commander about possibility of a conflict between Moscow and NATO. A German general has told in a report that Russia currently can launch a small-scale attack on NATO territory as early as tomorrow, depending on how the Western alliance positions itself. His remarks adds to ongoing concerns in Europe about Russia's military postures, especially amid rising tensions and uncertainty surrounding Ukraine's conflict. Zakharova dismissed his comments as baseless fear-mongering. She said they were designed to fuel panic rather than reflecting reality. According to her, Moscow has no intentions of attacking any NATO member states. Instead, she argued that Russia's actions are focused solely on protecting its own security.
If NATO strategists do entertain such a crazy idea to attack Russia, they should have no doubt that we will respond using every available means. The Russian leadership regularly states this. We, for our part, I believe we've grown tired of repeating, but will, admittedly, repeat again and again, that we have no plans to attack NATO countries. At the same time, Russia is already taking all necessary measures to ensure security against the backdrop of the alliance's build-up of its forces near Russia's borders. In short, we are prepared for any development, while always proceeding from the primacy of peace, friendship, and equal cooperation.
She accused NATO of being the one escalating tensions by increasing its troop presence and military activities near Russia's border. Zakharova said this build-up forces Moscow to take defensive measures, but instead these measures should not be viewed as preparations for offensive operations. Her remarks shows the deep mistrust between Russia and the West, even as Moscow tries to project a willingness to engage in talks with Washington under specific conditions. For now, the fate of the Budapest summit remains uncertain. The United States has not yet responded to Russia's latest statements, but Moscow says its position is clear. It is ready for dialogues as long as the meeting is serious, respectful, and built on previously agreed foundations. As the story unfolds, we'll bring you all the latest updates. For more geopolitical stories, keep watching Money Control.